Hello everyone, I have the Puig Clip-On Visor 2.0 here. This is a universal clip-on spoiler that fits on every motorcycle windscreen. Here you see all the parts. There are two versions. I bought the clear version, but there's also the smoked grey one. The windscreen is 300mm wide and 130mm high. At the backside there are two rails to make the height adjustable. It has an aerodynamic design to keep you out of the wind. And that of course is the reason I bought this. I just have that little bit of wind on my helmet, which is annoying me especially on highways. There are also two black clips to fit the spoiler on the windscreen without drilling holes. And two black buttons to cover the screws. Okay, those were the parts. The package also comes with an information paper to show you the difference between the airflow with or without the deflector, and also an installation manual. Okay, I'm gonna put the parts together, and for that I'm gonna use my Cyber-Tool pocket knife. First I loosen the screw to open the clamp and attach it to the windscreen rail. Move up and down to make sure it fits correctly, and then tighten the screw. The manual says 1 Nm torque for the screw, but I just use my feeling, making sure not to over tighten the screw. It moves up and down, so that looks okay. And now I do exactly the same with the other clamp. The clamps are installed on the windscreen and they can move over the rails. That looks good. Okay, I've changed the screwdriver bit for an Allen key, and now I'm gonna loosen the Allen bolts. When the clamp is open, it's also possible to rotate it and align it with the edge of your motorcycle windscreen. Okay, the clip-on visor is ready to install, and I'm gonna install it on my KTM 1290 Super Adventure S. So, this is it. The position is in the center of my windscreen, and now I can tighten the bolts. The manual says 2.5 Nm torque to tighten these bolts, but again I use my feeling, my finger spitzengevoel to tighten the clamps. Again, making sure not to over tighten the Allen bolts. I have two parts left, the two plastic buttons to cover the Allen bolts, but I'm not going to install these covers because I want easy access to the Allen bolts to remove the clip-on spoiler when I want. Okay, the installation is complete. This is how it looks on my KTM 1290 Super Adventure S, the Puig Clip-On screen in the lowest position. And even at this very low speed, I already feel a difference in the airflow. Okay, I simply pull it up to the highest position, and I know I'm not riding fast, but I test it later on the highway at the higher speed. I can even make it higher when I put my windscreen itself in the highest position. As you can see, I really have a high windscreen now. It's a bit strange at first. Depending on the position of the visor, I have to look through a screen instead of over my windscreen. The GoPro is on the chin of my helmet, so the video shows a bit lower than my eyes are seeing. But the visor is very clear and easy to look through. At first I had another type of clip-on windscreen with one clamp in the middle, but that was disturbing my view all the time, so I sent it back. And now this Puig clip-on screen seems to be the best option. When the clip-on screen is in the lowest position like now, it's already making my original windscreen about 7 centimeters or 2.75 inches higher. As you already saw, it's easy to change the height, but it's also possible to change the angle in 4 positions. So you can play around with the height and angle to find the best position to keep you out of the wind. Okay, I put the windscreen and the clip-on visor in the highest position to see how that looks. Okay, and now it's time for a highway test. I'm almost on the highway now, and I'm going to ride at a speed of 120 kilometers an hour, which is the maximum legal speed here. My windscreen is in the lowest position, and so is the clip-on screen, and I already feel a difference in the airflow, but even at this speed I already have some wind on my helmet. So I'm gonna raise my windscreen to the highest position now. This is much better. Now I don't have the airflow on my helmet like before. I can still play around with the angle to find even better positions, but the annoying wind flow on my helmet is gone. I don't have that bit of wind on the top of my helmet anymore. With this clip-on spoiler, the airflow is going over my helmet. So this thing works really good. Okay, I still didn't test the highest position of the clip-on visor, and with the visor raised to the highest position I have the best wind protection this visor can offer, but at the other hand I have to look through the visor instead of over the visor. For me personal, when I'm looking through the visor it's hard to keep my focus, so that makes this highest position not that interesting for me. I prefer the lowest position of this Puig clip-on visor. On the highway, the lowest position of the visor with the highest position of the windscreen of my KTM 1290 Super Adventure is perfect for me. So this simple screen from about 60 euros is going to keep me more relaxed on longer highway trips. It's also a lot cheaper than buying the higher KTM Touring Windscreen for the KTM 1290 Super Adventure. And once I'm off the highway, I can choose to take the visor off and put it away, or just leave it and ride. So this Puig clip-on visor is the wind solution for me. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Feel free to check out my YouTube channel with more motorcycle content, and you would do me a great favor to subscribe if you didn't already. Bye bye and see you in the next video.